No GPS, no rules, no shame. Just a funky little quad in a soul train frame. We fly that flow. Spread that gap. No time to nap. No time to nap. Hit that roll. Funk and control. Bounce that wall. We fly it all. We fly it all. Funky and free, we fly indoors, we fly with glee. Whoop it, loop it, groove it, move it, bounce it, flip it, funk it, rip it, fly that soul, don't lose control. Tiny whoop love gonna make you whole. I thread the needle through the vinyl stacks, bounce off the mirror ball, never looking back. My quad's got soul, it's got style, it's got sass. It dips through the incense like a blast from the past. I'm flying figure eights through the lava lamp glow, dodging house plants like a funky pro. My whoops got rhythm, my sticks got heat. I'm the pilot of the party with the grooviest beat. I loop through the hallway, I dive by the broom. I'm the disco ghost in your living room. I hit that split, it's over grandma's chair. She just claps and says, boy, you got flair. I'm flying freestyle with a velvet touch. My quad so smooth it don't need a clutch. From the shag rug to the ceiling fan, I'm the funky little fly with a master plan. The curtains dancing on the breeze, freestyle funk in my living room with ease. Tiny whoop magic bumping every wall. I'm the James Brown of flight, can't stop at all.
Cretans, my name's Aaron Ciotti, and I forgot to zoom the camera. As always, welcome to Whoop Wednesday. We are going to be taking a look at the Indestructible Tiny Whoop tonight. Nothing is actually indestructible, but this is about as close as we're ever going to get to it. Let me kill this. Open this back up. Nope. Don't do that. We want that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is a build that has been around for a long time, and it's been just improved and improved and improved and improved and improved. For the longest time, this has been what I've called the ultimate freestyle tiny whoop. And I legitimately think that it is. It's the best mix of durability, flight characteristics, runtime, power, all the things, so that you can fly hard, indoor, small space, freestyle, fully three-dimensional, Matty flips, power loops, stalls, off-throttle throws, all the things that we do inside, but inside the house, shielded from the rain, the heat, the cold, all the things. Recently, with the Gemfin 1219S propellers being made with a 1.5 millimeter hole, this has now become the ultimate indestructible freestyle tiny whoop. The one missing thing from a really durable tiny whoop has been the motor shafts. The 1 millimeter motor shafts that we've had since day one of brushless whoop motors. They're just not strong enough. Like, you can bend one of those 1 millimeter shafts in a couple of really hard hits. Typically they last a lot longer than that. Typically you'll get 100, maybe 200 crashes. But flying hard freestyle inside, you can put 100 crashes into a rig in a few weeks. And so We Bleed, was, I believe, the first company to make a motor with a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft. It was their 0702 32,500 kV, and it was like over a year ago, probably closer to like a year and a half ago. Recently, they've also given you the option with their 40,000 kV 0702s, which is what are on here, to have the 1.5 millimeter shaft as well. Or you can just buy the bells, and you can convert pretty much any Weebleed or Happy Model motor over to a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft. These 0702 bells will work with all of the Happy Model and Weebleed motors that I've ever run into that are 0702s. So you can certainly convert a set of motors that you've got over. It'll also work on the majority of Tiny Whoop motors other than the top spins. I don't know if, I'm going to assume that the top spins won't bell swap over because the bells look so different. If they're made by Happy Model, then they might. But I haven't tried it, and I'm probably not going to try it because you can just go to Weebleed's website and buy a set of their 40,000s, and away you go. We've had one set of propellers for this size rig, which is a 1.2 inch. We've had one set of propellers that were set up for the 1.5 millimeter motor shaft, which were the Gemfan 1210 bi-blades. We've had them for a while, actually. Weebleed had Gemfan make those probably like a year ago, and I tested them, and for many years the Gemfan 1210 bi-blades were the best Tiny Whoop propellers. When these came out, they were so much better than all the other props. They were reasonably well balanced. They were bi-blades, so they were really lightweight. And yeah, they were absolute king for a while there. And then HQ came out with the ultralight props, the 1.2 by 0.9 by 3s, the 1.2 by 1.1 by 3s, and now the 1.2 by 1.0 by 3s. They've also got an ultralight. Those are all tri-blades. They've also got an ultralight bi-blade now as well, 1.2 by 1.2 by 2. When those propellers came out, even though they weren't nearly as durable as the Gemfan 1210s, they were significantly lighter and they were better balanced. And so everybody started running them. You've been able to build an indestructible Tiny Whoop for a while, but those HQ props perform better than these 1210s, just straight up. Flying inside the house, a bi-blade, in my opinion, is not the right deal. When you're flying super flat, it doesn't make a difference, but as soon as you add any angle, the number of propellers that you have directly relate to how much grip you've got with what you're flying. So how fast is it going to slow down? How fast is it going to change directions for cornering and all that jazz? And it really does matter. Like flying inside the house, all of the distances are shrunken down like exponentially. And you're trying to shoot the gap between your coffee table and your couch. Well, that gap is like ridiculously small, right? You go fly outside and you fly in between the tree gap and the trees are 10 feet apart and it's fine. You know, you go from a 10-foot gap to like a 10-inch gap and it's extremely difficult. And so your build has a lot to do with your experience flying inside, much more so than flying outside. Again, in my opinion, and in my experience, which is vast. And so tri-blades really do make it easier to fly inside the house. And so we've been able to have this really, really, really durable formula for a while, but we were just kind of held back by the props. I would revisit it every once in a while, and I would go back to these propellers, and they were just too slippery and too slidey. They're also not as well balanced as the HQ prop, so I would have to back my tune off a little bit, and that doesn't help things either. So in talking to Weebleed every, once a month or so, whenever Zotek would ask me, like, what's next? Like, what do we need? I just kept saying over and over and over again, 1.2 inch props with a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft. And boy, did he ever come through. We've now got pretty recently, maybe like a month ago, the Gemfan 1219S tri-blade. This is not quite as good as the HQ ultralights, but boy, is it close. And it is more pitchy, 1219, 19 pitch versus 1210, 10 pitch, and then the HQ ultralights are 0.9 pitch, 1.0 pitch, 1.1 pitch, 1.2 pitch. So these Gemfan 1219s make more power than all of those other propellers. And a lot of people like these props. I am now one of them, now that they have the 1.5 millimeter motor shaft, because boy, this thing flies awesome. We are going to get the brand new Gemfan 1208 propeller with the 1.5 millimeter motor shaft at some point here. But we don't have it quite yet. I've actually really grown to love these props. I will obviously get those when they come out and give them a shot, but these 1219Ss are significantly more durable than those Gemfan 1208s, so I'll probably end up staying with these. I'm really digging these. And so these props and these motors are really the heart of the Indestructible build, but the frame also does matter. This is a Newbie Drone Cockroach V3 frame, Cockroach 65 V3 frame. The ducts are nice and tall on this frame. If you compare this to... Really? Whatever. Most other frames, the ducts are about half as tall. And that makes those right in front of me. Just absolutely right in front of me. This is a Newbie Drone Cockroach Light AF frame. And you can see that these ducts are about half as tall. This is the height of the ducts on the Air 65 V2 frame. Even like the Air 65 V1 frame. Those are great for racing. Those are absolutely sort of like the meta for racing. This is the meta for freestyle. The taller duct slows this thing down. So when you corner, it slows down more, and it goes exactly where you're pointing it. And that makes all these tiny little gaps inside your house that you're dying to shoot way more realistic. It keeps it slow. It keeps it in control. It makes it super, super, super precise. It doesn't slide all over the place. When you're cornering, you don't have to like do one of these to get it to stop. You can actually corner flat, and it'll the arrow, or like the lack of arrow in a way, as you rotate it, will slow it down, and it'll start going this way without having to really like rock it up like the racers do. The other piece of the puzzle here is the old school Modulus 6 canopy. It's damn near indestructible. It's just the structure of it. It mounts to all 4 mounting points here, so it doesn't like overload the front 3 mounting holes or the rear 3 mounting holes or anything like that. It's got a great little spot for antennas to come out in the back. It's an awesome canopy. 2, it is a canopy that has a lot of substance, right? Again, when you're flying straight and then you turn to the side, this canopy is going to catch a bunch of the wind and stop it from sliding, right? You compare that to like a Bri-Brain canopy, and this canopy is going to be much more slidey, right? There's a lot less like material to it to catch the air. This is going to be better for racing though. But we're not talking about racing. We're talking about freestyle. We're talking about flying in the house. We're talking about just having a good time, just enjoying your flight experience with your Tiny Whoop. AIO, you can totally pick. This is on the Happy Model 2G4. I absolutely love this all-in-one flight controller, ESC, ELRS, VTX. But it does not have black box. If you would like black box, or if you would like 12 amp FETs, this is only a 5 amp FET AIO, the new Beta FPV Matrix AIO is proving to be really, really durable. This Happy Model 2G4 AIO has been out for years. It has been bulletproof for years. It just works. It just keeps going and going and going. I have AIOs, these 2G4 AIOs with literally thousands of batteries through them and probably tens of thousands of crashes, because I crash at least 10 times per battery flying around the house. And they just don't care. It's just an absolute masterpiece of a Tiny Whoop AIO. But 5 amp FETs, so you're only ever going to use it on a 1.2 inch build like this. And no black box. It doesn't really need black box. It has enough capacitance where there's not a nasty electrical noise situation. And these things are really easy to tune. Like, you kind of don't even need to tune them. You pick high kV motors, good propellers, you screw everything together, and you're good to go. They just work. The Matrix AIO is less expensive, unbelievably. It's easier to find in stock, and it has 12 amp FETs. So if at some point you decide that you want to take the AIO, the camera, the canopy out of this frame and drop it into a bigger frame, like a 75 millimeter frame, and run it on like some big power Gepar C1002 25,000s or some tree toppers from Weebleed, which are 802 32,500s. The 12 amp FETs are literally going to make more power. The 5 amp FETs are absolutely fine on any powertrain that you're going to find with 1.2 inch props. They are not a bottleneck on any of these 1.2 inch builds. They do become a bottleneck on the 1.6 inch prop builds, but those are not builds for in the house, right? Those are builds for outdoor. And so it makes an awful lot of sense to have a 1.2 inch Tiny Whoop, like, kind of forever, right? Like, this is the answer to FPV forever, regardless of the laws, regardless of what other horrible shit is going to happen with FPV. This is the way that you fly forever, because the FAA or whatever your local governing body is can't tell you what to do inside of your house. Well, yet, I guess. But yeah, this is as close as you're ever going to come to always being able to fly. And so getting a Happy Model 2G4 AIO is not a terrible idea. I think that the Matrix AIO is going to be durable enough, and it is going to be fine, but it hasn't been out for years yet. The Happy Model AIO has. It's a little bit harder to find. Weebleed does have them in stock. It's a little bit more expensive, but it is a known quantity. You build this, you beat the living hell out of it, and it just loves every minute of it, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. I have one of my custom ORT micro V antennas on here. They're a very specific length that works perfect with this setup, and they've got a little bit of an extended bit of shrink wrap here at the base of the antenna itself, just to make it fit like absolutely perfect in the back of this kind of setup here. And then BT 2.0, of course. Although you could also do NX69, it's totally fine. But absolutely not PH 2.0. PH 2.0 would not work in a build like this. Like I said, these are the Weebleed 0702 40,000 kV motors. The 32,500 kV motors are also awesome. If you get the 40,000s and they're too much power, you can just motor limit them down. You're not going to notice the difference in efficiency. And then down the road, if you get bored, you can turn the power up. The 32,500s though, man, like, they are just enough power. They're you always run them at 100%, and they just feel really, really, really good. So you kind of can't go wrong with either. Keep in mind that Happy Model Weebleed Tiny Whoop motors, the KVs are higher than they actually perform when you compare them to all of the other motors. So the Weebleed 40,000 kV motors perform just like the RC and Power VCI Newbie Drone Beta FPV 0702 30,000 kV motors. So they have really good power, but they are actually more efficient than all of those motors. So they're a really good choice. The 32,000s and the 40,000s have been my favorite motors for a long time. They just work. They're durable. The way that the throttle feels on them is really nice. Like, you have a good amount of control at like your cruising throttle, and they're available, right? Like, I guess Whoop stuff isn't as bad as the rest of FPV, but 2026, 2025 as well, I guess. Big part of FPV is, like, can you actually buy it, right? Like, there are all kinds of great products out there, but a lot of them are impossible to find in stock. And so actually being able to buy the stuff from Weebleed is fantastic. I do have an affiliate link over to Weebleed's channel, so if you're going to order some of this stuff, I would love it if you hit my affiliate link, which is over on CiottiFPV.com, at some point before you check out. The way that affiliate links work is you click the affiliate link, and then it puts that person's code into your shopping cart. If you check out, that code is in there, that person makes a small percentage of your total order. It doesn't affect you in any way whatsoever. If you don't check out and you wait a week, typically after a week the cookies clear and the affiliate code goes away, and so you do have to kind of hit affiliate links over and over again if you're not hitting them right before you do an order. The easiest way to get around that is just to change your bookmarks. Change your bookmarks to your favorite YouTube people's affiliate links, and then you don't have to think about it. If you don't use bookmarks, and when you want to go to Amazon, you just open a new tab and type AMA, and it guesses. This link that it's guessing is my Amazon affiliate link. And so if you go to your URL bar and you type AMA and it guesses regular old Amazon.com, typically off on the right, there's going to be a button that will allow you to remove the suggestion. So go in there, do that with all my affiliate links, do them one at a time so that you don't have to spend 10 minutes doing it. And remove your suggestions, and then all you got to do is come in here to my affiliate link and click it a few times in a row, right? Click the affiliate link like 4 or 5 times in a row, and then your browser is going to be like, oh god, he keeps going to this one specific Amazon link. We're going to suggest that for him, and then you never have to think about it again. You're supporting people that make stuff that you can watch for free on YouTube, and then hopefully they'll keep making stuff for you to watch for free on YouTube. Otherwise, they'll starve to death and die. You wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you? I have a lot of different affiliate links. Amazon, GetFPV, PyroDrone, Race Day Quads, Newbie Drone, Weebleed, Beta FPV, HD0, the newest one, which is GetRC. For some reason, there's no logo here. That's weird. Flywoo, FPV Cycle, Brain 3D, Oh My God, Emacs, Hisingi, Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress. If you're ordering from any one of those websites and you use my affiliate link, I'll make a couple bucks and I'll spend it on stuff that I can test to tell you whether or not it's good. Patreon helps me out the most. It's the absolute best way to support people that are doing cool stuff. It'll cost you $3 whole a month. That's like 10 cents a day or 20 cents per live stream. Have I not saved you like 40 or 50 bucks from buying a set of motors that are shit? Help a brother out. Let me tell you something else to not buy or to buy, and you'll have a good time. Etsy has all kinds of really fun FPV related stuff, stickers, hardware, full builds, all kinds of good stuff going on over there. If you really want to learn a lot fast, my Fiverr is the way. I can help you fly better, teach you how to tune, help you with a build, teach you how to solder, whatever. You're buying a half an hour or an hour of my time, which is basically how that works. Teespring has some shirts and other fun stuff. And then here's a link to our Discord where all the fun shit's going on. Searchable live stream transcripts, thanks to Craig, and some other fun stuff down at the bottom here, like Clam Man, which I can't click anymore because I'll get copyright donged. So tonight, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. We're going to fly a bunch of batteries on it. I've got 6 batteries charging right now. I'm going to throw another couple batteries on here. We're going to fly the Weebleed 340s tonight. We're going to fly the Lava V2 320s. And then I'm going to put a couple of Lava V2 280s on the charger here as well. So that you get to see how this thing flies and see what kind of runtime you get with a variety of different batteries. It's not the lightest build in the world. It's not the most powerful build in the world, but it is absolutely the best mix that I've been able to find in many, 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 many years of flying these things, and testing every single part and piece that I can get my hands on. So yeah, and pretty much everybody that has done this build has been like, yeah, okay, I get it now. Speaking of it not being the lightest, I actually don't remember exactly what it weighs. Let's take a quick look. I'm going to guess it's like 18 point something. I think it's maybe like 18.2 grams. Oh God, it's a chonker. It's 18.8. You could pretty easily lighten this up a little bit, ditch the ORT micro V antenna and run one of the super lightweight antennas that you can make by taking a regular whip antenna, cutting the shrink wrap off, and then removing the ground plane. If you don't want to do it yourself, I sell those ultra lightweight antennas on my Etsy store. You could also swap the frame out to lighten this up a little bit, but you're really going to like this frame. These nice tall ducts on this frame are pretty awesome. Oh, the camera. The camera is a Runcam Nano 3. A little bit hard to find this camera, but CiottiFPV does sell them. They're made by Emax. They are the Nano Hawk camera, so you can absolutely get this camera. You can modify this canopy to work with other cameras, but it's going to really gain weight. It's going to be up in like the 19 grams, and that is kind of a bit much. This is about as heavy as I want inside the house. To go lighter, you have to lose the canopy, and then it makes it more slidey. You have to change the frame, and that makes it more slidey. And so the extra weight is the extra plastic of these tall ducts and the really strong canopy. And so, yeah, you're paying for the durability, as we always do, with a little bit of extra weight. But it's well worth it, in my opinion. And we're going to fly a bunch of batteries on it, and you're going to see how good it really flies tonight. And then I am going to change the propellers out. I have had this same set of 1219S's on it the entire time that I've been flying this in its current setup. And so there's probably like 100 batteries on these props, and they are starting to get banged up. So we are going to switch to a fresh set of props at some point here tonight. So yeah, that's the plan, yo. Let me put one more. So I'm going to fly 9 batteries tonight. You guys have to fly 6. This is a hashtag 6 battery live stream. So make sure you fly your 6 batteries. Tomorrow you will thank today you for practicing. Yeah, I'll do 9, you do 6. How's that sound? This also is a mailbag stream. We might as well do it now. It looks like Bob Cyrus. I'm not sure what YouTube name, what Discord name, what Instagram name. Yes, I am. Capital G. It's capital G. He sent us an awesome little care package here. We've got some. Sorry. He sent this. Yeah, Bob Cyrus sent this. I'm combining things. Yeah, capital C sent some more Sunlu silk. What's the color? Burgundy. Sunlu silk burgundy Caillou mini prints. This is the Caillou mini print for the Flywoo ultra wide camera. So very, very cool of him to send a couple more prints over for the upcoming Caillou mini build. Which reminds me, I still need to get a damn AIO for that build. Gotta figure out which one to get. But Bob Cyrus sent some 3D printed stuff, which is very, very cool. And some resin printed stuff. So this is a resin printed Baby Turtle Pro mount, and it's really interesting. This is a really soft resin that is uncured, that says uncured on it. Apparently, when he cured these, they became too brittle. But uncured, they are really interesting. It's not like TPU. It doesn't bounce back like TPU. This is a really interesting material. This resin, it's almost like damped. Like it's not like TPU. It's Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday, thank you, dude. It's weirdly like damped. TPU is like rubber in comparison to this. Whereas like this kind of stays where you put it, but it's still soft. It's really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to trying these out. So thank you, dude. This is really cool. Maybe these will help with the vibrations that we're getting on the hard mounted camera. So yeah, very, very cool. And then, oh God, Teddy. Oh, bro, your butthole is stinking so bad. I got to take him to get his little butthole fixed tomorrow. And then he sent me a shitload of prop-to-pussies and prop-to-dials. Here we go again. And so blue propodials will be in everything that I mail out for a while because he printed a whole bunch of them for me. Very, very cool, man. I super, super, super appreciate that. Propodials are the slickest, easiest way to pull bi-blade tiny whoop propellers without ruining your motors, and some tri-blades. Strong tri-blades like the HQ Ultralights are totally fine with this. The new Gemfan 1208s, if you use that to try to pull those tri-blades, you'll bend the props the blades all up, and then they're worthless. I mean, you're pulling the prop anyway, so it's probably wrecked, which is why you're pulling it. But yeah, Speedy Bee messaged me out of the blue and said, "Hey, do you want to test our new AIO that we're coming out with?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And they're doing one of the coolest, simplest little things I've ever seen. This is the AIO. This is a practice soldering board. This is the broken AIO. It's a big boy AIO. This is a big, like, what is it? 45, might even be more than that. It's an F405. What's the amp rating? It's a big boy AIO. This is an AIO that'll crank like a full-size 3.5-inch rig, or maybe even a 5-inch rig. It's big, it's beefy, it's got a giant heat sink on it. It's got Bluetooth built in, which is really, really cool, so that you can use the Speedy Bee app to adjust stuff. And so, yeah, I'm kind of tempted to run this on the Caillou Mini, but this is just a little too big for that. Like the Caillou Mini is going to be like a little lightweight 2S kind of setup. This would be a little bit wasted on that. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put this on. Maybe maybe my frame with the 04 light, but I'll find something. I'm just so impressed that they give you a little practice soldering board. Like, these aren't free. These cost them probably more than you would think to have made, but this is just such a good idea. Such a good idea to throw this in with everything that you sell. And so, yeah, that was really cool. There's some other stuff in here, too. It looks like there's a dongle in here, which means that they've moved away. Maybe. What is this dongle for? Wait, there is a USB port on here, isn't there? There is. There's a USB-C port on here. What is this for, then? There's all kinds of extra stuff in here. There's this little dongle bastard. There's this little PDB-looking thing. And then there's also this dongle bastard as well, which is USB-C to JST. I do not know what these 3 extra little things are for, but whenever I actually review this product and put it into a build, we will figure that out. But yeah, Speedy Bee is back. I was kind of worried that Speedy Bee was going away because I contacted them a while ago about their goggle module, and there were like weird rumors that they were not gonna make it or something like that. And then they said no on the goggle module. They don't make it anymore. I was like very sad. But yeah, looks like they're okay. And like labeled, all kinds of labeled stuff. Really, really good. There was a little while where Speedy Bee was known as like one of the kind of cheaper options. And when you sell your stuff cheaper, people think that it's worse quality. This is not that at all. Like this looks really high quality. Everything is labeled. Like this is pretty rad. Good on you, Speedy Bee. I'm impressed. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see me actually review this, because otherwise you'll miss it. This is the F405. Here it is. F405 AIO V2 HS. ICM 42688 gyro. 40 amp. There we go. And oh, I can't use these on the Caillou Mini because these are 3S to 6S. And I think they sent me two of the same thing. AIO V2. Oh, no, they are different. This one says HS. This one does not. HS. High speed. Digital system. Oh, the HS is 40 amp. The non-HS is 35 amp. There's a difference. They're both 3 to 6. They both have the 42688. They both have the F405. F405. Yep. So, coming soon. Speedy Bee AIO reviews. Thank you, Speedy Bee. Very, very cool. And then last but never least is a surprise package from Weebleed. 2 sets of the 340 mAh batteries. These will be going into the giveaways that I do on the first Monday of every single month for patrons. A big re-up on stickers, which is awesome. Because I ship stickers out with everything, and I do eventually run out of them. Brand new iGao 6 stickers. Very, very cool. And then a bigger iGao 6 sticker as well. A bunch of them. So this will hold me over for a while. And then a ton of the Band-Aids. The Weebleed Band-Aids are so cool. so good. So yeah, there's going to be Band-Aids going out with lots of stuff, as well as these iGao 6 stickers. This is very cool. This is a single barrel plug to triple barrel plug adapter. I'm assuming this is for hooking up multiple Vi-Flies. I run my Vi-Flies off of USB, and so I don't have anything that I can really use this with per se, but I might actually snag some sort of a power supply that has this barrel plug in it so that I can run both of my Vi-Flies off of it. But yeah, very cool. Awesome little product, right? Here is their new Weebleed butt plug. It's not that. It's not that at all. This is their new prop puller. And I'll admit, I still don't totally understand how this works. I'm assuming that, so that pulls. Do you put it on the bottom? No, you don't put it on the bottom. I just don't. How does it work? So that goes in there. Hold on. So there's no pin. There's no central pin. Which is nice, I guess, because there's no pin to break, but I've never broken that pin. yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this works. They have a little, like, they talk about it on the website, but I tried to read it, but I just can't, I can't quite figure it out. But it's, I'm having a hard time sneaking the, let me do this. Let me use one of my other pullers to get this propeller off, and then that'll hopefully help. So this is the grappler, available on Weebleed as well. This is actually kind of my favorite of the prop pullers because it, using the grappler is impossible to damage your motor. Daytona Jim with a $5 super chat. He says, "What's up, mofos? Thank you for the support, my friends." Okay, so the propeller is off. So this guy goes on there, and then obviously you pull up like this. And so, okay, now it works the way that I was kind of thinking it works. So basically you slide this, you gotta, it's not gonna work like that. You gotta pull up a little bit like that. You gotta get it to that point. And then you gotta hammer this under the propeller, and then you pull up more, and it pulls this part stays down against the top of the motor, and then the metal fork is what pulls up on the prop itself. I run my propellers all the way down against the motor bell, and I think it's important, and I think that that's an important thing to do for it to be as strong as possible. And like the higher the propeller is, the longer of a lever there is to bend the motor shaft. And so if you're going to run your props pushed all the way down against the bell, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get this in between the prop and, I'm sorry, in between the prop and the top of the motor bell. Other than that, this thing is awesome, and when I shake it, there's something in the base, which I kind of wonder if it's just, is it just a maraca? Is it just like some weight? Is the base weighted? Or is there some treasure in there that I need to get to? And so at the moment, I'm assuming that there's some treasure in there, and I'm unscrewing it to try to get to it. And so I just unscrewed this part. No, there's no treasure in there. It's, I don't think there's a way of getting in there. Maybe? But yeah, I think it's just weight. Ah! I was very close to hurting myself just now. You good? Teddy, you good? It would appear that this was not threaded. I thought it was threaded, but it was not. And so I think I just ripped this thing apart. But it looks like it's going back together totally fine. Yeah, it seems to have gone back together fine. So yeah, there you go. There's the new Weebleed bloodletting prop puller. It says prop on the side and the Weebleed on the front. I'm a bigger fan. I'll be honest. I'm a bigger fan of the grappler. This is my favorite at the moment. The grappler is for tri-blades, and then I actually use this for bi-blades. This works totally fine for bi-blade propellers, but different strokes for different folks, my friends. Second to last, we've got a couple of his prop containers, which have counterclockwise and clockwise. Awesome. This is really, really, really nice to have. What you do with these is you put one full set of every single prop that you're running in here. And then you always have 2 left-hand and 2 right-hand rotation propellers ready to go when you're out in the field, when you go flying. These are super awesome. And then last but not least, he sent me a ton of the new Stickers Grip Special Edition Red Weebleed Thumb Grippies. And so on our giveaways, I'm going to continue to do a set of these on every single... the fourth giveaway that we do, the first Monday of every month, you're going to get to pick. You win that giveaway, I'm going to show you the different shapes, and then you get to pick which shape that you want. And away we go. Massive thank you to Weebleed for continuing to support what I've got going on. Zotek has been incredibly generous. Really cool guy, really into it for the right reasons, making the products that, you know, we're asking for, supporting the people that do a lot of the sort of R&D to figure out what the good products are and how to make stuff better. Yeah, Zotek has been incredibly generous over the years, and he's been a part of the Tiny Whoop scene exploding and the quality of the stuff that we have significantly improving. So thank you again, as always, Zotek. We are lucky to have you in the FPV world. In the chat, FizzPV was first, Doc Holliday was next, Level Up, Nathan Wells for the win, Frank Dr. Nicholas, Newborn, hey Ryan, Sear, Really Good Bad Boy Cole, Metal Dirtskin, Drublick Mike, Blueback, Double Hall, Matthew Wagner, Cole, Danzilla the Terrible, Doubles, Metal Dirtskin again, hey Ryan again, Uke again, Doc Holliday, G Wolfman, Jimmy the Cow, Capital C, Danzilla, Nyafu, J-Tux, Bernard Fox, Doc Holliday, McBucus, Cole, Gingreen Now, Capital C, Cole again, Uke again, Blueback, I think I might have gotten everybody. Daytona Jim, thank you again for the super chat. Hey Ryan, Newborn, Frank Dr. Nicholas, Off Axis FPV, P-Money, now I got everybody. What's up, friends? Thanks for hanging. Type at CiottiFPV to talk directly to me. Otherwise, talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Some like-minded folks in there hanging out. Cole FPV says, CiottiFPV t-shirt that says, my shaft is 1.5 millimeters. Danzilla Turbo says, hello, friends. How's the Rocinante running, Captain CiottiFPV? Mother Urton says, my 65 millimeters are basically the original Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop build. I guess it's time to get with the times, LOL. You know, the old school Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop formula is pretty good. The 1 millimeter motor shafts are like almost enough. They're almost strong enough. But boy, oh boy. And it is nice that you can run the HQ ultralight props. I will admit that. But boy, is it cool to just never think about a motor shaft bending again. Like a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft on a build that's this weight and that has this much power will never fail. It just won't. Like, it is 50, it's more than 50% thicker, right? When you make stuff, when you increase the diameter of something that's a circle, you're dealing with pi r squared, I believe, right? And so it's actually more than 50% stronger. It's so much stronger that it's just, you know, the one, I've never even bent a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft on these heavy, powerful 75 millimeter builds. So how the hell are you going to bend one on one of these, right? You're not. And that's really cool, especially because this canopy is stupidly strong. This frame is stupidly strong. And so you've just got like all of the really durable stuff all at once. Look at that. He looks like some kind of a... He looks like some sort of a wave runner. Like he's gonna cut through the water. Oh, I disturbed him. He's down. Doggy. Oh, what a funny little animal. What an absolutely ridiculous little animal you are, Teddy Spaghetti. Double Hall says, how do the 1219s compare to the 1219S props? The non-S 1219s are awful. There are not many good Tiny Whoop propellers. There are the HQ Ultralights. Unbelievably, all of the HQ Ultralights are really good. 1.2 by 0.9, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 by 3, and by 2. Those are all awesome. The Gemfan 1210 biblades are on the cusp. They're just barely good enough, but they're the worst of the good props. And then you've got the Gemfan 1219S's and the new Gemfan 1208s. And that's it. All of the other Tiny Whoop props in some way or another suck. Like, actually suck. Like, don't run them. You're only hurting yourself. And so, yeah, we've got 5, almost 6 decent Tiny Whoop 1.2 inch propellers. And that's it. There's probably 20 other propeller options out there. Now, there's more than that. There's probably 30 from the last 10 years. And they're either out of balance, or they're too heavy, or they're too fragile, or there's any number of issues with them. I'm going to have another allergy attack. Here it comes. Jesus Christ, dude. Why is this happening to me? Is that good? Should I do that more often? Woo! I just ran out of the older 1219, and the S variant feels more powerful, but it could be placebo. The old non-S 1219s are extremely heavy, and so going to a lighter weight propeller will feel more powerful because it will spin up faster and it will give you thrust earlier. So yeah, definitely not placebo. The old 1219s are rough. They're really, really, really heavy. Jimmy the Cow says, Moo. Doubles says, I've killed 3 Matrix 1S V2s just during the iGao preseason. What? I just had to pull out the 2-year-old 2G4 tank that just keeps going. Come on. Everybody has been saying that the new Matrix 1S V2s are good. This is the first I'm hearing about them blowing up. And it's 3 of them blowing up. What the hell? What died on them, Doubles? Doc Holiday says, Bob Cyrus is Doc Holiday FPV. Thank you, dude. McBuka says, yo, do you think we'll be seeing tariff rebates from Pyro or Weebleed? No. Nobody's going to send you money back. We got. That's what happens when you hire the biggest grifter that the world has ever seen, right? The people that voted for him get screwed over. And then the rest of us get screwed over. That wouldn't dream of voting for a Nazi get screwed over as well. And so, yeah, no, that shit's long gone. Capital C says, you're right, it's too big for the Caillou Mini. Yeah. Capital C says, I've had great luck with everything Speedy B I've used. I haven't used much Speedy B stuff, but I've heard really good things about it. HS equals heat sink. Good shit, Blueback. HS equals heat sink, and that's why it's slightly higher amp rating. Yep, and so here's the non-heat sink one. Doesn't have a heat sink on it. Good call, dude. Does have a big old daughter board on it, though. That inner layer is what's called a daughter board. And sometimes they do that to try to separate noisy electronics from sensitive electronics. Ooh, this looks pretty good. So one of the problems that we can sometimes have when they do this setup with a daughter board, which is like there's a PCB and then there's another PCB on top that gets like typically soldered down to it. What can happen is, like, for example, if that daughter board is facing down and you slap down really hard on the asphalt, it can break that daughter board off. And so what I do when there's almost always when there's a daughter board is I'll run a bead of either E6000 or the UV curing glue around there. It's not super obvious how this daughter board is connected. Usually on the outside of the daughter board, you'll see a bunch of little solder spots. But I think this might be soldered on sort of like the inside. But yeah, I will be running a little bead, at the very least, of E6000 around this daughter board, just in case. But yeah, HS for heatsink. Good call, friends. Look at the big brain on Blueback. Frank Dr. Nicholas says P200 power supply, banana plug, female barrel to use 3-way splitter. P200 power supply, eh? What happens when I type that in the internet? Oh! There's no barrel plug. Frank got me this a while back, and this is actually what I use to run both of my Whoopsters. There's no barrel plug on here, though. P200 power supply, banana... Oh, right. The banana plugs to barrel plug. Got it. Yep. Oh, boy. I wonder where I put the extra banana plugs from that thing. They're here somewhere. I think I would rather get a little wall wart. I think it would be really nice to have a little wall wart plug-in that's got the barrel plug on it, and then plug that straight in there, and then that's my sort of travel setup. Although, what's insane about that is I just did order something for a bit of a travel setup. The Vifly Toothster requires a pretty beefy power supply, or it won't charge. And so I got a pretty good deal on this little Anchor one here that's got 2 USB-Cs and then 1 old school USB. And I'm pretty sure this output's enough. So this is actually my current sort of setup. So I might give that triple barrel plug thing away, because this will totally work. I can run Toothster, Whoopster, and then I think I might even be able to run a third one off of this guy. But I don't think I ever would. 1 Toothster, 1 Whoopster is fine. They charge quick enough. But yeah, this is fucking heavy. Look how heavy this is. Let's see. Teddy has presented me with a toy. I give it back. This is... Jesus Christ, it's 166 grams. Yeah, this is a chunky bastard. And so, yeah. I used to have something similar. It was a cube. It was a perfect cube. And I fucking left it in an Airbnb. It was always my travel charger, and it had 3 plugs just like this on it. And so I'd bring it whenever Maggie and I would travel, and then we could both fast charge our phones from it and other stuff. But yeah, I left it plugged in at an Airbnb, and I realized it as soon as I got home, and it was hours away. And so it's still there. People are hopefully still using it and enjoying it. Nathan Wells says, for the Caillou Mini AIO, what about the Beta FPV F4 2 to 3S 20 amp AIO with the USB/battery tail lead sticking out the back? same AIO as their Pavo series. That's interesting. There's probably room for that stupid tail hanging out the back. Maybe not. There's not a whole lot of room in the rear of this. There might not be enough room for that. I probably won't risk it, because it is a bit of a tight sort of build in that frame. Doc Holliday says, wait to act like a Weebleed wobbles, but don't fall down like the toys. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. It's a Weeble Wobble. It's totally a Weeble Wobble, isn't it? It's a weight. Yeah, it's sort of a Weeble Wobble. It doesn't have a completely flat bottom, but it weebles and wobbles. Hey, there we go. It weebles and wobbles, but it does just barely fall down. There it goes, though. You can get it sometimes. Is it a top? Whoa! My apologies to all of the headphone users. You are all now deceased. Frank Dr. Nicholas says, the new Weebleed stick ends, are they soft, rubbery, or hard plastic? They are hard plastic. They are resin printed. All of these really fancy thumb grippies that we be getting over the past year or two are resin printed. They're such an example of how good resin printing is, because the little spikes on them are very sharp. Really, really nice. Matthew Wegner says, you can daisy chain Whoopsters via their XT30/DC when powered by USB. Measure with multimeter. No way! That is very cool. Yeah, so the Whoopsters and Toothsters have XT60 in, USB-C in, and then barrel plug. I didn't realize you could daisy chain them. That's really slick. Off Axis says, Weebleed is awesome. They are indeed. Scroll back up. Really Good Bad Boy says, do the replacement gyros on the Matrix boards worry you? DJI Chapter 2 incoming. They sure do. We have used 24K gyros in the past, and they have sucked a bag of donkeys. And so, yeah, very worried. But not a whole lot we can do. I mean, kind of nothing we can do, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see how they are. Doubles. King Crimson says, does the Micro V perform any better than a normal dipole antenna? It does. Yeah, the Micro V has a 120 degree ground plane on it, which does outperform a regular whip antenna, which the ground plane is the silver round thing. And so in terms of antenna performance, the ultralight antennas are the worst. We'll do it over here. The ultralight antennas are the worst, where you've taken a whip antenna and you've removed the ground plane. Then the whip antennas are they're significantly better than that. Then an antenna with 120 degree ground plane is the next step up. And then the next step up is going to be a proper CP antenna, like the True RC Singularity, something like this. But now you're getting to something that's fragile and a lot heavier and all that. And so, in my opinion, or something like this is the lightest weight CP antenna that you're going to find, but this is also very fragile. The CP antennas are inherently very fragile. The Micro V is the best mix of all the things. Performance, lightweight, super durable. It's the best kind of mix. If you're building a long-range rig, you don't need the best mix. You need the best performing antenna. Doesn't matter if it's fragile, right? So you get a CP antenna. If you're building a super lightweight race rig, you want the lightest weight antenna, and it doesn't matter to some extent, what your image looks like. So you get you take a whip antenna and you pull off the ground plane and you run the ultralight setup. For everything else, The Micro V is the answer. It just works. Mike K says, I'm building a Caillou Mini and I'm not sure if I want to go analog, DJI 04 with an 03 lens, or HD0 AIO 15. What do you think? I'm not an HD0 fan. I absolutely love 04. Putting the 03 lens onto it scares the hell out of me. The 04 stuff is expensive enough, and boy is it easy to screw stuff up when custom modifying a camera and then smashing it into the concrete. So I wouldn't go that route, but you know, if the price of 04 lights doesn't put you off, then yeah, whatever. If you screw it up, just buy another one. Analog is always a great choice. You know, if you're not showing the flight footage to anyone, who cares what it looks like, right? If you're not going to upload it to YouTube, who cares what it looks like? For just straight flying enjoyment, there's nothing like analog. Unless you want to see where you're going, then 04 is a good option. But yeah, if you're flying just for fun, just for you, I think analog is probably the right answer. But yeah, everybody's different. Blueback says, I had a brand new Matrix 5-in-1 die after a single session. Worked when I put it away. The next morning, the flight controller side of the AIO was totally dead. Oh, boy. All right, well, the Matrix V2 previously seemed bulletproof, but it's looking like it's not bulletproof anymore. I don't know if maybe like the first run of them were really good, but that sucks. Doubles says, I don't hate the board. I would buy another if they were in stock anywhere. One is on me. I matted into a metal beam and scalped the canopy off along with the antenna and the trace on the AIO. I will say this. If you crash hard enough, you can break anything and everything. You know, calling this like the Indestructible Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop is a bit tongue-in-cheek. If I crash this full throttle into something solid, I can probably break any number of things on it. Typically, we don't do that, though. Typically, we don't crash absolutely full throttle into a metal pole or something like with an edge on it, right? But, yeah. It's tough to hear a bunch of you guys are having issues with V2 matrices because Beta FPV did spend a good amount of time trying to make that AIO really durable. And we'd had really good results the first like month or two that it was out. Frank Dr. Nicholas says, I have a tub of wall warts with barrel plugs. What voltage and amperage do you want? Oh God, I have no idea. I would need to look that up to see. My guess would be it would need to be like 6 or maybe 8 amps. Although actually, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna end up giving that triple barrel plug away. That's gonna go into one of the giveaways, because that little anchor thing with the USB-C, you know, that's actually that's a slicker kind of setup because I can also use it. The wall wart with the barrel plugs is only ever going to be used for that, right? That little anchor thing with USB-C, USB-C, USB-A, or whatever the hell the old school one is called. I can use that to charge the phones. I can use that to charge the batteries, and so and it uses the same cables, right? I'm already dragging around a bunch of USB-C cables, so yeah, that's actually a better bet for me. The single to triple will go into a giveaway for sure. That doesn't make much sense for me to use that. And my charging setup over here right now is perfect. USB-C and then XT60 on the bananas. It's like good to go. So yeah, thank you though, Frank. Portal says, what if anything holds the beta FPV CO3 camera in place? I changed it, then it changed back, and it don't fit. I like at the moment, I'm really digging the new Beta FPV Air Canopy. The Air Canopy V2 has been really good. It's super lightweight. It's a little bit less up tilt than the V1, and it seems to be pretty strong, and it works great with that camera. So yeah, whenever I run a CO3 camera, I run it in that Air V2 canopy. If you're gonna buy that canopy, buy a few of them. Buy 2 or 3. They're super cheap, and then if you do break one, you're good to go. Cole says get USB PD adapters and add barrel plug to that. You can get 12-volt PD boards for dirt cheap. I'm not sure what a PD board is. But yeah, my little charging setup is good to go. Double Hall says you could try a USB-C PD to barrel adapter. That's interesting. That's cool that exists. But I'm good. Matthew Wagner says, I've been using these for Whoopster for a year. XT60 charging cable USB-C to XT60 PD 100 watt 20 volt fast braided cable. Interesting. Blueback says the Micro V acts like a fish hook when you crash and can tear off UFL ports. Yeah, so it is important that you get your Micro V so that it's not like a fish hook. If it is going to be a fish hook, make sure you get retention going on the antenna wire. This is something that you should be doing across the board. Whenever you hook up an antenna to anything, you never want the plug of the antenna to provide any like actual mechanical strength. You need to E6000 or zip tie, or you need to hold the wire down so that if the antenna gets pulled, it pulls on the wire and it never pulls on the UFL, because UFL is not strong enough. And so for me, what I'll do is I'll put a big blob of E6000 all the way around the UFL itself, and then I'll get the wire and I'll put another blob of E6000 on the wire itself, so that the wire has E6000 holding it down to the AIO itself, and then the entire UFL is like kind of swimming in E6000. E6000 pulls off really easily in one big chunk, and so it's no sweat doing that. And so yeah, that is important. Especially if when you put your Micro V in there, every once in a while, depending on where the UFL is on the board, it can have the little hook part forward, and that little hook part will absolutely grab on stuff. So yeah, make sure that you have good, but even if it's mounted like this, you still want to have the retention. I still have a nice blob of E6000 on here and on the wire. It's just one of those things that you always want to do. Craig says the transcript search has been updated. YouTube changed their JSON format. The search was behind for a bit, now caught up. Very cool. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Craig made that for all of us, and it's very, very cool of him. King Crimson says, is the crown frame from Weebleed still a good option? It's been out there for a while now. It's okay. It's based on the old Meteor 65 frame. It's a little kind of wobbly. It's not like the lightest. It's not bad, and I love that you can get it in a ton of different colors, but it's not as good as the Cockroach V3. It's not as good as the Light AF, and it's not as good as the new Air 65 V2. And so there's a lot of better frames out there, but like if you're in a pinch and it's all you have, you're going to be fine with it. It's just dated a little bit. It's just an older frame, and Tiny Whoop stuff gets significantly better. Yuke says, I use a USB-C to barrel for my goggles. Oh my god. Whatever works, though. Oh, by the way, before we start flying, the Siren A is almost done. It's physically built. I just need to update the 04 and plug into Betaflight. This flight controller was on the Grinderino, so it's pretty much set up, but like it's got a new ESC now, so the motors are going to be spinning in the wrong direction. They're probably going to be in the wrong location, so I just need to spend 10 or 15 minutes in Betaflight with it. But yeah, it's good to go. Let's throw it on the scale. I waited for you all to throw this thing on the scale. No propellers. Well, I'll grab a set of props. Hold on. And so, without propellers or a battery, that's lighter than I thought. Holy shit. Wait, no, it's not. Oh my god, this thing is heavy. Oh shit, dude. It's 226 grams without a battery or propellers. Holy hell, dude. With a set of lightweight looking HQ props, the dry weight is, whoa, 233 grams. Oh my god, dude. It's barely sub 250 without a battery, with a Tattoo R-Line 4S 850, which is the right battery for this. Oh my god, I'm afraid to put this on here. Well, it's a 100-gram battery. 328 grams, 330 grams. That's actually perfect. Yeah, 330 is perfect. For a 3.5-inch prop build, 330 is absolutely perfect. So that's great. Wow, it's the dry weight number really threw me off. 233 dry, that's big. But it's going to fly great, I can just tell you. Every single 3.5-inch build that I've flown that's slightly over 300 grams is perfect. It's just enough weight for those bigger propellers, and this is going to have really nice throw. Came out really nice. Quadmula's frames are really well designed. Yeah, they do a lot of like innovative stuff, which is really cool to see. So yeah, X-Nova 1804 3500s with the M5 nut setup. One of the new 04s, so we'll see how the new gyro does. Little Beta FPV ELRS receiver tucked in here. Old Axis ESC that you can't even get anymore. And then Talon F7 flight controller that you haven't been able to get for many years. I've got a little tiny capacitor up front here. I had plenty of room behind the camera. And then Quadmula sends a bunch of 3D prints, which are really well designed. And they use these really cool washer setups so that you can crank the motor screws down but not overly squish the TPU. It's really neat. Nice build. Didn't take a ton of time either because I was pulling apart the Grinderino, so I got pretty lucky. Big ass heavy battery. I could certainly save weight from this. This is a really heavy battery strap, but I don't want to save weight. This is the all up weight on this is right for 3.5-inch props, so this is gonna fly great. Yeah, very cool. Get this up in the air tomorrow. I was trying to get it up in the air today, but I just didn't get it done quite in time. I ran out of daylight by like a half an hour. So yeah, it will be tomorrow. Probably not going to fly this around the neighborhood very much. It's a bit heavy for flying near cars and stuff. Like if I was to hit a car windshield with this, it would be an expensive FPV flight. And so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely tune it around the neighborhood, and like I'll fly it in the middle of the day when the neighbors aren't home and stuff. But I would not really consider this to be like the ultimate neighborhood setup. It's also probably going to be kind of loud. And so, yeah, this is for like not necessarily a football field, but something smaller than a football field, for example. Although it'll probably have enough power for a football field, to be honest. Craig says, at 233 grams dry, it's like those sub 250 Olympics drones. LOL. Hey, Ryan says, what do we have to do to get Newbie Drone to continue to make V3 frames, maybe in cool colors? That would be neat. A Cockroach 65 in some cool colors, that would be slick. Ask them. We just got to ask them. Whoever wants Cockroach 65 V3 frames in cool colors, jump on Newbie Drone's Instagram, their Facebook, and just shoot them a message. Yo, whatever, doesn't matter. Please make us Cockroach 65 V3s in yellow. Please make whatever. If enough of you ask them, they will, right? Like if they know that they can sell something by a bunch of people asking for it, they'll make it. So yeah, message them right now. Go over to whatever, their Instagram, their Facebook, their website, to hit their email, and just ask them. Tell them Ciotti sent you. Leonard Ertzen says, there's also this little thing. I carry it as an emergency backup goggle tiny thingy. Ooh, that's very cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. A nice little molded 90-degree angle too. That's really nice. Shit, yeah. From Ada Fruit. That's a funny website name. Okay, I'm caught up on chat. Indestructible, ultimate, freestyle, tiny whoop time. Again, these props have been on here for a while, so if you see a little bit of vibration or jello or fuzziness, that is why. At some point here, I am going to swap those propellers out tonight for that fresh tiny whoop prop little burst of dopamine. It is magic, man. A fresh set of propellers and or a fresh set of motors on a tiny whoop is a real thing. So we bleed 340s up first. I've got 3 of these. We'll run all 3 of these 340s, and then I'll do the Lava V2 320s, and then we'll end on the Lava V2 280s to shave a gram off of this thing. But 340s first. Get in there. Come on now. The old Tim Gunn theme. Type Spy Hunter into the chat if you grew up on Nintendo Spy Hunter. There we go. Oh my god. Indestructible. What's up with that ear, brother? What's that ear doing, Teddy? Can you settle down? Look at this dog. Look at that face. He just looking. How long will he just gaze at his strange little flying friend? Oh shit. He got upset. He's an upset dog now. Whoa! We got an angry German on our hands. A little angry Kraut Schnauzer. What's up with that ear, brother? That ear is doing the business. Ooh, he got me on that one. Oh, I hit the main beam. Whoa! Drum set ate me. What? Oh, we got it. Oh, I didn't quite get that right. Oh, God. Whoo, that was a big one. Oh, I just clipped the edge. That was so close to being good. Drop it down in there. Ooh, we got through this battery pretty quick. Hey! Come on back to me. There we go. Crash recovery was Had me locked out for a split second there, and then it locked me out again. Half decent mirror flip. Not the best, not the worst. Oh! Thought I was going to pull off a super slick land it while pointing at myself and talk to camera move, but didn't quite get it. Bounced it right off the table. I forgot to look at what the runtime was. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Pretty much the runtime's going to be the same between these 340s and the 320s, and then the 280s are going to run for like 30 to 45 seconds less. Not to spoil the surprise, but that's just how it always pans out. Oh, really? Come on. Come on. Get it together. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Why are we going so fast? I think I have a little too much up tilt on here. This Mobula 6 canopy, one of the things I really love about it is it's got adjustable up tilt. I always like to have a little bit of duct in view on the bottom here, and I just barely have the tiniest little bit there. Oh, God. We went face to face with an OG Nintendo Entertainment System. And the Nintendo won. Donk. Oh, God. I fucking hate when that happens. For some reason, when that happens, I have this weird moment where I'm like, go over or under, and then I go right and just directly into it. It's so strange. Oh, man, these props are banged up, dude. This thing at 0 throttle is making some noise. Ooh, that was a hard hit, actually. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What you know about that? Oh, God! I thought I was going to hit Teddy. I hit myself in the shin. I would much prefer to hit myself in the shin than the spaghetti monster. Oh, almost kept that moving. Nope, 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 nope. Now we're talking! The extra weight of this build is a sign of reliability. If it doesn't work, you can hit them with it. Now, the extra weight of this build does give it a little bit more, like, throw, right? It gives it a little more mass for those nice big throws. The ultra lightweight builds, sometimes, like, it feels like when you try to do, like a big throw like that, it feels like they won't carry quite as far. It's something to get used to. Some people don't like that. I'm not going to say that I like it, but it's just a characteristic of it. And you do get used to it, in my opinion. So we're getting 2 minutes and 30-ish seconds, which is perfect. These batteries are so quick and easy to change out. They're so inexpensive. Like, why? Why care about runtime? Why care about getting 4 or 5 minutes of runtime if it's going to hurt the flight performance? Which it will. So, you know, 2 to 3 minutes of runtime, if it's easy to switch your batteries out, is your best bet. Damn it. So close. Teddy, what you doing? Oh, farts. That was a weird... I don't know what I was trying to do there, if I'm honest. Ah! Come on. Ah! This is the hardest power loop in here. See if I can get it. Ah! So close! Try it again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fly past the schnauzer. What the fuck? Why? Alright. Past the schnauzer. No! Oh, that battery did not last very long. I don't know what happened there. That's a little weird. Oh. It had come unplugged. That was really weird. Yeah, look at the batteries. Back up to 3.9. That was really strange. The plug was almost completely out of the back of the battery. Past the schnauzer. 90 degree. Get elevation under control. Oh, that's right, God damn it. Oh, the hardest Matty flip in here right there. This newbie drone gate is rough. Okay. Oh. Wow, I can't even... Oh, because it's upside down. I'm stupid. I thought it was still right side up. I was turning off... I was hitting my momentary switch to turn off air mode. Okay. Rough. Uh-oh. Alright, this gives me a chance to turn on the used car dealership advertising devices. Hold on. Oh my god, I got wedged in the corner there. Holy hell. Teddy! What are you doing? Oh shit. I need a 9-volt battery for the other one. I only have that one working right now. I gotta get another I gotta get a 9-volt battery so I can have 2 of these things running. There he is! There he is! Look how happy! Oh, let's stop. When you get it just right, and the whoops just like freeze in time, it's just the most satisfying thing ever. My God. All right, so this almost came unplugged again. Hold on. If that's happening, if you have your batteries coming unplugged, in the BT 2.0, the pins are split. And so all you got to do is stick a little screwdriver in there, and that'll put not a screwdriver. What do I use? An X-Acto knife, I think. But yeah. Oh wait, no, they're not. They're not split. I'm thinking of XT30s. XT30s, you can do that on. Man, that thing makes some noise. That's gonna get annoying. Well, let's see if the other batteries. We're going to the Lava V2 320s. Let's see if they fit a little bit better. I've never really had that problem before. There's a million ways that you could fix this issue. Fits a little bit better in these. Oh, that's right. On the BT 2.0, it's on the battery side that they're split. So you can just stick something in there to push these guys closed a little bit. I might have to do that on those batteries. Lava V2 320. See if I can go orbit this guy. Can I orbit around you, little fella? Oh God! I disarmed it. Oh my God, that's a really tight orbit. Jesus. Alright, come on now. We can do difficult things. Ooh! Oh! I'll call it there. I got 2 fairly solid orbits of that little fella. Oh, didn't quite get on the throttle early enough. Oh God, that lamp tried to get me. I gotta be really careful with that power loop I just did, because when I was reviewing the one of the Beta FPV air rigs, I did that and went right into the dog's water bowl, and it killed the AIO. Oh God, no, 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 no! The rug is the rug is lava. It's way too loud. Are you kidding me? Well, I think we're changing the props now, because I managed to crash into the dog's toy that has now wound itself up around the goddamn thing. So we will change the propellers right now. Oh, balls. All right, we're going to pull power. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the dog toy as a prop puller. Come on. So, you know, you can buy a prop puller, or you can just, you know, have dog toys. Cool. Let's swap all 4 propellers out real quick here. There's just a pile of dog toys next to me. Which is how I know Teddy's been around. Cole says, get a PD Type 3 adapter and you can make it do 9 volt. Oh, interesting. Never thought about that. Denzel the Terrible spent so many quarters on Spy Hunter in the arcade. I love that. B. Kirk says, I think I played Spy Hunter on this Commodore 64. Nice. Frank Dr. Nicholas says, Ada Fruit look Lady Ada owner. Is it really Ada? Like Ada from... Ada from oh, no, that's not it. American Electrical Engineer. No, there was an Ada that worked at was it T-Motor? I think it was T-Motor. Okay. The grappler. So, here's how the grappler works. You go 1, 2, get in there, 3, and then you just use your offhand here to just kind of hold the 3 little grapplers inwards, and then line up the pin, and that's it. Like the first couple times you use the grappler, you feel like you have rabies, but then once you figure it out, it's super straightforward. Every once in a while, that will happen. You just put it right back on, and get it right. It just works, and it puts 0 stress on the motor bell. You don't have to try to like wedge a fork in between the prop and the motor bell. You don't scratch up your motor bell. Like it's just awesome. And you know what? Come to think of it, hold on. What if I like push these in? Because like you want these to go inwards to where the hub is. So I bet you if I just like pre-tension these inwards a little bit like that. Let's see. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so you like always want your offhand to be down sort of on the motor itself. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's way better. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, you just kind of pre-tension them inwards a little bit, and then they kick right off. Whenever you pull your props off, get in here with a pair of pliers and get any little hairs out of here, or sometimes you can just get them out with your fingers. So yeah, get some sort of magnification. Look at these motors. Pull up on the motors. Make sure that the shafts aren't starting to slip. It's not really going to be much of an issue on the 1.5 millimeter shafts as long as you're not pushing propellers on too hard. And so, yeah, just take a second to get a couple of these hairs out of here. With the old brushed motors, getting hair in them was a much bigger problem. These, it's nowhere near as big of a problem unless it gets wrapped around like perfectly wrong, which I have had happen once or twice. And so just keep the hairs out of them and you'll be good to go. Cool. Let me find my bag of 1.2 inch props here real quick. There's really nothing else to see on the down facing. These propellers are all for going into the garbage can because they've just been absolutely hammered to hell. And so here we go. These are the 1.2s, and here are the 1219s. Right, and we are going to drill these out. Whenever you're putting push-on propellers without T-mount, and to be honest, even T-mount props, just drill them out. It doesn't take that long. Just throw them on your 1.49 or 0.99 millimeter drill bit. Make sure that the inner diameter is going to be absolutely perfect, and then you won't ruin motors. It's just one of the best little precautionary things to do. Is it like a little bit annoying? Sure. Is it annoying enough to not do every time? Hopefully not, because otherwise you're going to wreck motors. So yeah, over on my Etsy store, there's a 0.99 millimeter and 1.49 millimeter drill bit. As far as I'm concerned, they are essential FPV gear at this point, because without them, you're going to blow up motors. You're going to slip motor shafts, period. Like, it's just going to happen. I guarantee it. But if you use it, you will not. And so in like 60 seconds, we ran 4 of these propellers down. Also, you might as well get a pin vise while you're at it. This is so nice to have a double-ended pin vise with your 0.99 on one side and your 1.49 on the other side. And that's it. Just that right there. Just really quick, run the props down it. Away we go. I've had these props on for weeks. And so who cares if there's an extra 60 seconds involved. When you put propellers into your little propeller box that you're going to bring with you, drill them out. Drill them out before you put them in that box, because otherwise, when you're out somewhere flying, you're going to ram a propeller on because you're going to need to, and then you're going to wreck that motor shaft, and it's just not worth it. So, yeah. Drill them out before you put them in whatever little container that you're going to be bringing them with you. And that way you've got a bunch that are ready to go. And then, hey, if you've got like a friend that doesn't believe in drilling out propellers, give him a set of the drilled out propellers and be like, here, run these. You'll see what I mean. It'll be easier for you to put them on. It'll be easier for you to take them off. You'll love your life. All right. One thing I will say, the motor shafts are a little bit long on these, and it pokes into your finger and kind of hurts. If you use your thumb, it's a lot less painful, but I tend to push these down with my index finger, and when they go down that last little bit, the motor shaft jabs up into my finger. Not the end of the world, though. No pain, no gain, friends. Yeah. Okay, fresh set of props. Let's see how absolutely mind-blowing this is about to be. Here we go. I'm gonna run the rest of that battery because I think I only discharged it like half the way down. Here we go. Last little bit of this Lava V2 320 mAh battery. Come on, come on, come on. ELRS, can you go around the horn, please? There it goes. Oops, hold on. Oh. Ready? I have to watch it on the analog camera, but look. Ready? This is peak YouTube right here. This is peak millennial right here. Yo, look at Whoa. I actually should not have done that because these screens are really hard to come by. I should have left that coating on. I didn't even know. Oh my god, it looks so nice though. It's so nice. Woo! Oh god, why? Who's not spinning? Motor number 3 is not spinning. Why? What's wrong with you, motor 3? What are you angry about? What is your deal, sir? Oh, what's his hair doing here? Is it this hair? Surely not. Oh no, it's hitting the ducts. Where is it hitting, on the outside? So let's just bend the motor in a little bit and we're good. Not quite good. Spin these motors up. Yeah, no, motor 3 is hitting on something. Where are you hitting, little guy? Plenty of clearance, plenty of clearance, plenty of clearance. Ah, it's hitting on the outside of the duct here. So on some of the crashes, the ducts will go a little bit out around. And so you just spin the propeller around and see where it's getting really close to the duct. And so it's out here. And so we'll just make it go like that. And now it should be good. Yep, now we're good. Yeah. There we go. Oh, fresh propellers. Zero jiggling. Zero weird blurriness. Oh, God. Okay, this battery was pretty much shot. 2 more Lava V2 320s, and then the 280s. What time is it? 11:55. All right, we're going to do 1 more of these Lava 320s, and then we're going to go to the 280s, because it's getting a little bit late. Denzel says, stop fingering your shaft. Deal. Woo! I swear to God, it feels like fresh propellers make more power. I mean, they very well could, because the PID loop is freaking out a lot less. Oh, God! Ooh, I got lucky on that one. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, God, no. I'm saying, oh, God, no, because the sink is filled with dishes that have water in them. Oh! got that one close. I wish the fan was on. Wait, no, I got to practice my right-handed orbits. So let's see if I can get locked in here a little bit. Not bad. Lost it pretty quick, though. Come on now. Ooh, cut that close. Hey, yeah, we are ripping up here. I don't fly up here all that much anymore. Forget how good it is. Ah, those chairs, for whatever reason, I have such a hard time power looping those chairs. Oh, cut that really close at the bottom of the stairwell. Oh, that was ugly. Try to get that a little bit better. There we go. That's what I was going for. Didn't want to back into the drum set there, though. Let's try it again. Oh, I just slammed it right into the ceiling. What a donkey. Oh, that was a hard hit. That I don't know what happened there. I just flew like a donkey. Oh, God. Hit the top of the goddamn cube gate. Come on, give me one good Matty flip. Hook a brother up. Not quite. Well, I guess I got the one good one. Rough. I tried to dive down on Teddy. One more. I got just enough battery for one more try. There it is. Oh, the chair ate me. These props are starting to get banged up already, actually. I'm starting to get a little bit of vibrations in here. That one crash was legitimately vicious, though. All right, on to the 280s. We're going to drop a full gram of weight by going to the Lava V2 280s. And this thing is going to feel awesome. We're going to lose a little bit of runtime. But who gives a shit about runtime? Jimmy the Cow says moo. Here we go. Oh, yeah. It's so light I couldn't even drop it down to get it into that cube. This is going to be tough. I'm on top of the blanket. Oh, boy. Teddy, can you help? Teddy, can you do something of value once? Just once? No. There he is. He was trying, man. He was trying. Look at him. He wants to be involved. He wants to help. Look at him. He wants to destroy it. That's what he wants to do. Oh! Oh my God, Teddy! Oh! I'm glad that I avoided him. I'm trying really hard not to make him hate the tiny whoops, and so a part of that is trying really hard to never hit him like hard with them. Fuck you. I have certainly hit him a couple times, but never hard. I can almost always get it out of here, but I think it's stuck between my bag. Nope, I got it. Oh, see, yeah, oh God, Teddy. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I can't believe I was just talking about this, and then he got a little tank. He doesn't care. He's indestructible. Look at that beard. What's going on with your beard, buddy? It's all whacked out. Oh, brother. Look at him. Big king shit over here. With a whacked out beard. I wonder if I flew into his beard and made it all... Look at it! Look at his little beard! Hold on. Teddy, what's up? What's up with your beard, brother? Hold on. Leave it. Leave it. Come here. Come here. Come here with that weird beard. Come here with that weird beard. What's going on with your weird... Oh, you got like... What's going on with that? What's up with this, buddy? Hold on. Let's get this figured out. Come on, stop it. Oh, you got into something outside, didn't you? Oh, buddy. Oh, dude. That's gonna be super annoying. He hates when I try to brush him out, but he's got like those little, I don't know, things from outside that are super annoying, all tangled up in his beard. Hey! No! Oh, okay. Sneak up on it. Sneak up on the mirror flip. Sneak up on it. Oh, God, no! Sneak up on it. Here we go. Come on. Wait till the last second. Surprise! Ah, fuck. Surprise, motherfucker. Sneak up on it. No. Don't let him know you're coming. Haven't gotten a good mirror flip yet tonight. Where the fuck am I? What? Why does nothing move the quad? Okay, I have no idea where it is or why it is not moving at all. Oh, I know where it is. Hey, oh God! Inside of them weights. Woo! All right, this battery and then one more. Still getting 2 minutes out of these 280 mAh batteries. I'm going to land just a little bit early. I could have easily run that for another 10 or 15 seconds. But it's getting late, and so we're going to do the last 280 mAh battery in this guy. And, yeah. See you guys on Friday. Here we go. Lava V2 280. Oh, yeah. Get it in there. Get it out of there. Get you some. Oh, my God. Why did I just... It was the weirdest thing ever. I just flew right at it like I was trying to hit it. No. No! That was so close. It's all going so well. Uh-oh. Something ain't happy. I can hear it. What? Oh, it's fine. Huh. He jumped at it. The newbie drone cube is just unforgiving as shit. Can you please be cool? Thank you. Oh no. Did I throw a propeller? Oh no. Oh, no, we're fine. Oh my God. Oh, the wires. Oh. No! Get up! There we go. Oh my God, it's just the most satisfying thing in the world to get that, but it's so difficult. Come on now. Stop it. Let me fly. Stop it. Oh, God. I didn't even come close to blipping the throttle enough for that. That was very weird. One more try. Nope. Jeez. I was flying somewhat decent early on, and then it just kind of fell apart. 2 minutes and 13 seconds of runtime without over discharging the battery. That's pretty good. Heavy build, powerful build. Lava 280s, man. If I'm lucky enough where these manufacturers do send me batteries from time to time. But if I were to buy 1S Tiny Whoop batteries, it would be these. The performance is so impressive. Yeah, sure. Less runtime. Absolutely. But they're a full gram lighter, and it really makes a difference. Like, you can really feel it. So you just buy twice as many, and you spend like $15 extra, right? Like, just awesome. The Lava V2 280s are really, really cool. All of the 300s are really, really good. The regular Weebleed Black 300s, the black and red 340s, the Newbie Drone Nitro Nectar Gold NX69s are great. The 320s, for the Lava V2 320s, hell, even the old black and orange Lava V1 300s, they're really, really good. There's not enough of a difference between any of the 300 mAh batteries to say like you should get these or don't get those. They're all really good. There it is, friends. The Indestructible Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop. Beat it up, fly it, crash it, smash it. It just loves it. You can, for sure, eventually break it if you hammer it hard enough, but you're going to have to really beat on this thing to do that. It takes so much punishment. It's just such a blast. Thanks for hanging out. CiottiFPV.com is where you can go to support me. This is totally crowdfunded. I do not monetize these live streams so that you don't have to watch commercials. Support me, and I'll keep testing stuff and tell you what to buy, what not to buy. Be good, friends. I'll see you on Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Here's a little bit more. Oh, by the way, on the intro of the live stream was stabilized 2-inch 04 light Tiny Whoop footage. 2S 2-inch Tiny Whoop footage. The little kids race there. Here is unstabilized. I don't know what I'm flying around here, but this is unstabilized here. Hard mount camera as well. I was just low in the throttle, and it's a clean build. Love you. Bye. See you guys Friday.
Yeah. Out in the yard where the grass grows wild, CiottiFPV's goggles locked, grinning like a child. Teddy spaghetti's, fur flies, and jet wash dreams. Yeah. Chasing small whoops like a dog possessed fiend. Eyes on a neon blur, hard in the chase. Bit fuzz and prop spin, all tangled in place. Yeah. Four-legged rebel with a rotor stir tail in the circus of the sky. They never fail. CiottiFPV, Teddy Spaghetti, dynamic duo kings, barking at the breeze, throttling at top speed. They zooming through hoops, flipping in style. That schnauzer's got throttle and a toothy smile. Yeah. Shotties on sticks, Teddy's on paws. Side by side, legends breaking all the laws. Through the kitchen, over couch scale terrain. Backyard mayhem in their flight domain. No ground too sacred, no loop too tight. Fuzz, fuel, fury ignites the night. When pilot and pup lock eyes on the prize, every whoop they conquer is a fresh cut surprise. Yeah. Yo, Shotty behind the sticks, Teddy's leading the pack. Prop guard missiles unleashed, never looking back. No leash, no map, just freestyle mic. They on the dog drone streets every day and night. Said whoops, hitting low, gotta nail the dive. Teddy push throttle up, feel the beast come alive. I see the neon arc, got the sticks locked in. Teddy, yeah. Let's rip this loop, ride the roar of the wind. Teddy, yep, yeah.